You on that kickoff. They like to confuse the blocking assignments. Very often you'll see some of them running around. Here they come again.
And the kick is headed for Cobb at the 5-yard line. And he slips and falls at the 20-yard line. Homecoming for Vinny Testaverde, the first time he's ever played in the metropolitan area. He grew up in Elmont, Long Island at Sewanaka High School, and he's got that renewed confidence, and we'll see if it pays off. It'll be a first down on the 20 for the Buccaneers. They're going to put Gary Anderson, their top running back, split wide to the right. Robert Wilson is the setback. Now Anderson shifts back. A lot of movement, and Gary Anderson breaks up the middle and picks up a first down for the Bucs. Jeff Lageman making the tackle. And a penalty marker is down, and that will nullify the game. It's against Tampa Bay. The offensive front for the Buccaneers: Paul Gruber, Tom McHale, Tony Mayberry's the center, Ian Beckles the right guard, Rob Taylor, and the tight end is Ron Hall. Anderson and Robert Wilson are the running backs. Mark Carrier and Bruce Hill, a fine duo of receivers. First down and 15. A delay of the game call, and Testaverde puts it up for the first time, trying to go to his tight end, Ron Hall, and breaking it up was the linebacker Mo Lewis.
They didn't waste any time in testing the young rookie Lewis, and he was equal to the confrontation.
Lewis is a rookie from the University of Georgia. The defensive line for the Jets: Marvin Washington, Scott Mercereau, Dennis Byrd, and Jeff Lageman. Lewis, the rookie from Georgia, Kyle Clifton and Joe Kelly, the linebackers, and the secondary: Stargell and Hasty, the cornerbacks, Lonnie Young and Brian Washington, the safeties. Second down and 15, and this is a check with me. Testaverde calls it at the line. And his pass is caught by Hill, and Hill brings it out, enough for a first down for the Buccaneers.
You saw in that play the kind of problems that the Jets had throughout the last season. They were unable to get the kind of heat on the quarterback that they need. Testaverde, with plenty of time, was able to deliver that pass. Watch Testaverde in the pocket. Now, Byrd is probably the best of the sackers here, but Beckles just nails him. Look how much time he had. They were able to pick up the first down.
Lonnie Young and Joe Kelly on the stop. The ball is at the 32 of Tampa Bay. And the rookie Robert Wilson, with his first NFL carry, picks up a little more than a yard. And the stop made by Marvin Washington. Richard Williamson, the interim coach who had a 1-2 record, was kind of floating in the breeze while Tampa Bay brought in a lot of candidates, including Bill Walsh and Buddy Ryan. And he got the job anyway, but still the Bill Parcells rumor hangs high.
You really have to like him. But the question I would ask, can nice guys, and he is a nice guy, be tough enough to be good coaches?
That's a good question. Second down and 7. Testaverde's pass is caught by Hill, and he's got another first down as the Bucs inch closer to midfield, a gain of 11 yards. Lonnie Young, the free safety, making the stop. What are the differences offensively with the Buccaneers as they go into a no huddle? One of the things we'll see.
Well, you're going to see them without the huddle. You'll also see them spreading more formations, more motion, less vanilla, as Billy says. He wants a more exciting offense.
First down on the 40. The pass is nearly intercepted by Lonnie Young. It was thrown behind Bruce Hill. There's one of the changes in the Jets lineup, and a big one, because Lonnie Young took the place of two-time Pro Bowler Eric McMillan.
And this is something that Vinny does sometimes without warning. You wonder where he's throwing that one, right in the face mask of Lonnie Young. Lonnie said, hey, give me a little warning, I'll catch that one.
And there's McMillan.
Well, he is sitting on the sideline for one reason, basically. He was not the hitter that the Jets wanted in that secondary. Lonnie Young will knock your head off.
Second down and 10 on the Bucs 46. On the draw play, Anderson going wide. And knocked out of bounds by Brian Washington. And it'll be enough for another Tampa Bay first down. And this is not an easy game for Gary Anderson today. His 10-month-old daughter, Amanda, died of a respiratory failure less than a week ago. So he's got a heavy heart this afternoon.
He told me earlier that he felt that playing the game would help him get that out of his mind.
Gain of 13, though, for Anderson, and a first down on the Jets 34. Another draw play, Wilson. And a fine run, nearly 8 yards for Robert Wilson, who was picked on the 3rd round, played at Texas A&M. And Mo Lewis and Brian Washington that time on the tackle.
I'm hurrying because they're hurrying out there, Dick, as Testaverde again goes without the huddle. What they're saying is they like the matchup they have. They want to keep the same Jets group on the field. Whoa.
This time Wilson is driven back and loses about 5. Jeff Lageman and Joe Kelly. It was mostly Kelly who came over from the Cincinnati Bengals last year, and Kelly coming off 2 knee operations in the offseason.
Jets have to improve their ability to stop the run. Last year they gave up 4.8 yards a rush. That was last in the NFL. Preseason 3.5 this year.
Pete Carroll, the defensive coordinator. 3rd down and 4. Willie Drury comes in as the extra wide receiver. And Gary Anderson also splits out. Testaverde's pass is caught for the first down inside the 30-yard line. Mark Carrier with his first reception of the year. And making the stop was Lonnie Young on another first down and another no huddle coming up.
Although there are substitutions moving in on both sides in this situation as Carroll adjusts his people, gets them onto the field.
Ball is at the Jet 26. No score. Encroachment.
Marvin Washington saying, hey, he can't move, and the way he came across the line, I think perhaps Rob Taylor did move, but you got to be very careful.
Encroachment, 97 defense, still first down.
Even if he moves, if the officials don't catch it, the penalty is on you, so that's a risk. The defensive lineman has to be able to figure that the officials have seen the movement. Washington saying, hey, he moved, but it doesn't matter, Marvin, if the officials don't see it, it isn't so.
Marvin Washington comes out, and Darrell Davis, who was an impressive pass rusher in those situations in the rookie year a year ago, is in there. First down now and 5. And the ball is at the 21, and this is the Tampa Bay drive, the 10th play coming up. Inside to Wilson. I tell you, this guy carries some tacklers. Wilson, who's green, but a gutty rookie, gets inside the 20, and Brian Washington again on the tackle.
What's interesting, he didn't expect to be playing this early. He said, I thought I might get into the game by midseason. Hey, he's into the game right now. He's a fire plug. He's a tough back to handle because he's short, low center of gravity. You really got to wrap him up to get him down.
And an opening day, and a successful one thus far for the rookie, Robert Wilson. Second down and 3 on the 19, and Wilson gets a good hole and dives forward and has a first down for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who are engineering a very impressive first drive. Jeff Lageman and Lonnie Young that time.
Watch the left side of your frame. Tom McHale, number 73. Going to put a crunching block on right here. Drives his man right across over pursuit. Opened up that hole. And 2 ugly things for the Jets so far on this drive. They're not getting heat on Testaverde, and their run defense is ugly.
First down on the 13. In motion comes Hill. The pitch is to Gary Anderson. He hurdles a defender and is knocked out of bounds at about the 11-yard line. So they picked up a couple. And Mo Lewis and Kyle Clifton in on the play. Of course, we'll see Kyle Clifton often. Richard Williamson's running game for Tampa Bay, really ineffective in preseason, but looking sharp thus far.
I think one of the reasons they've been successful running in this drive is because Testaverde has got the attention of this Jets defense, and they're really playing to stop the pass. That's open room for the run.
Second down and 8. Testaverde trying to go to his tight end, Ron Hall, and that will bring up third down and 8.
You know how they swing a yo-yo down and pull it back? I think Testaverde tried to yo-yo that one back into his hand. He saw the defenders, knew it wasn't a good time to pass, tried to stop, couldn't, but it went incomplete.
You got old Harlem Globetrotters trick when they're on the free throw.
Yo, bring it back.
Third down and 8. Dennis Byrd.
The best of the pass rushers. Well, he wasn't off on the line on that play, but he used his height and his anticipation. You'll see him in the middle of your screen. Testaverde dropping straight back. Byrd is double teamed. Well, look at this. Right straight up in the air. Had he not hit that ball, Ron Hall would have had it.
Here it is again. So Tampa Bay, after the impressive drive, has to try to settle for 3. And Steve Christie will try a 29-yard field goal, and the kick is good. Well, Christie connected on 23 of 27 last year. The Buccaneers don't get the touchdown, but they have the lead 3-0.
But the Bucs settling for 3 too often last year. Would love to get to 7. That's something they're going to have to do if they're going to improve the record.
On a 29-yard field goal by Steve Christie.
But they wanted the 7. They're going to have to get more touchdowns and fewer field goals out of that red zone if they're going to improve as a team this year.
Christie will kick off. Back deep for the Jets is Don Boyd Odegaard and Johnny Hector. Out of the end zone. And the Jets will start from the 20-yard line. Ken O'Brien, not much of a quarterback battle in preseason. He's trying to avoid getting sacked. He's been sacked 84 times in the last 2 years. But a more wide open Jets offense. The offensive line, Jeff Criswell, Dave Cadigan, Jim Sweeney, Dwayne White, Herb Eatman, and Mark Boyer, the tight end. Musical chairs, offensive front. Blair Thomas and Brad Baxter, the running backs. Chris Burkett, Corral Toon, and Rob Moore are the wide receivers. First and 10. Brad Baxter to the 25-yard line, picks up 5. Making the tackle was Harry Hamilton. Up front for Tampa Bay, Ray Seals in his first NFL start. Tim Newton, Reuben Davis, and Keith McCants. The big move from linebacker to defensive end. Kevin Murphy, Eugene Marv, and Broderick Thomas are the linebackers. And in the secondary, the corners are Ricky Reynolds and Wayne Haddix, William Frizzell and Harry Hamilton, the safeties. It'll be second down and 5 for the Jets. This time, Blair Thomas. He did a lot of that on his own, and the Jets will have a first down. Thanks to Thomas. Tim Newton makes the tackle.
Bruce Coslett knows that his ace on the field right now is Blair Thomas. Second year back with such fine talents, and he said, hey, you got a horse like that on the field, you give him the football. We're going to see it happen today.
Well, he didn't do that last year as he rotated the backs, and in fact, Thomas averaged only 8 carries a game. He'll get a lot more this year.
Well, he was dinged a lot last year. Held out in camp, and many felt that contributed to those injuries that kept him from being as effective.
The spot is at the 29.
They're going to reset the ball, and it will not be a first down. It looked as if Thomas, and the crowd feels that way, had crossed the 30, but they'll spot it at the 29, so it'll be third down and 1.
Here are the numbers for the Jets running game. Look at the number of players used almost in equal variety. Thomas's numbers bigger because of his carries, but Freeman McNeil and Johnny Hector more in a reserved situation this year to Thomas and Baxter.
Mark Boyer and Chris Dressel, 2 tight ends. Brad Baxter is the lone running back.
Collisions in the backfield for Tampa Bay.
For Ken O'Brien, going to the air for Burkett, and he's got the catch. And out of bounds in Tampa Bay territory. A gain of 18 yards, so that's the substitute, but Burkett's been there with Buffalo in the past. Wayne Haddix knocked him out of bounds.
The Jets made such a good move when they picked up Burkett from the Buffalo Bills. Look at him right there, using his hands to push off on Haddix. A veteran move. Of course, he's on the field because Toon is on the sideline, still suffering from nausea and dizziness from that hit he took last weekend.
Terrence Mathis comes in for the Jets as a 3rd wide receiver. 1st and 10 on the 48 of Tampa Bay. And here is Baxter, gets a big hole off the right side, and Brad Baxter gets close to another Jet first down. A fine run that time by a very versatile running back, and William Frizzell makes the stop for Tampa Bay.
Watch the double team at the top of the screen right there. Look at that. Bam! Oh, that hurts even from here as they try to blast him off the line. Woof.
Gain of 7, 2nd down and 3 for the Jets on the 41 of the Bucs. 2 tight ends, and here is a rollout on the bootleg and the pass to Boyer, the tight end. Well executed and conceived play for the Jets, and a first down. Tony Covington makes the tackle.
Floyd Peters, and I say Peterson, that's what he was called this last week. Floyd Peters, an emotional leader of any defensive team, and he's always brought quality defense to any team he moved to.
First down on the 34 at Tampa Bay. And here's Blair Thomas cutting left. And fine pursuit by the Buccaneers secondary led by Wayne Haddix.
Great running backs know how to avoid tacklers. Watch Thomas change direction here. Gets away from one man. A straight arm right there on Haddix picks up the extra 2 yards. Great running backs also always fall forward. You saw him doing that there.
And he comes out of the game, and Freeman McNeil, the 11-year veteran, comes in. 2nd down and 6 on the 30-yard line of the Bucs. McNeil is playing the slot as a receiver on this down. And the slant pattern is incomplete. It was Burkett, the intended receiver.
There was some heat on that play on Kenny O'Brien. Broderick Thomas, coming from the left side defensively, simply flew around Eatman, and O'Brien released that pass a little early. Watch it here. O'Brien back. Watch the right side of your screen. Eatman. Well, we don't see it. There he is. Broderick Thomas showing up. But O'Brien could feel the heat. Unloaded that football a little early.
3rd down and 6 with 3:56 remaining in the first quarter. And a quick toss, and the pass is caught by Terrence Mathis inside the 5. Yards on the fade. O'Brien to Mathis, and a 1st and goal for the Jets.
Ken O'Brien is playing his best football in years. Look at the touch on this pass. Over the top, right here, and that's just perfectly thrown and nicely caught by Mathis. He has great speed, and he's the guy they go to with the double moves. He's one of those Smurfs.
And he beat the rookie, Tony Covington. So it's 1st and goal at the 4. Jets trail 3-0. O'Brien, and off the fingertips of Brad Baxter, will bring up 2nd and goal.
Koslett calling his own plays. He scripts the first 13. Although in this situation, he'll be off the script. He'll be into goal line situation plays, which would be listed in a separate section of that game plan.
2nd and goal for the Jets on the 4. 6-10 a year ago, as were the Buccaneers. Buccaneers knock him back, led by Harry Hamilton. You see McCants helping in as well, and that will bring up 3rd and goal.
You can almost hear Floyd Peters up here as he sends the goal line defense onto the field. Koslett with one more play here. I mentioned that the Tampa Bay Bucks had trouble getting the 7s over the 3s. Koslett's team had the same problem. They want to punch it in. They don't want to have to settle for that field goal here.
Freeman McNeil is in the backfield on 3rd and goal. And the flip to McNeil. He gets in. Touchdown, Jets. His 37th touchdown of his 11th-year career, rushing. And the oldest player in the NFL, Pat Leahy, at age 40, will try to give the Jets a 7-3 lead. The punter, Louis Aguiar, will hold. And Leahy connects at 7-3.
A misdirection as Freeman McNeil steps to his left. The defense is not fooled, but look at this. McNeil makes them all miss and goes in for the touchdown.
This week he says, I love Floyd Peterson's defense.
Well, he knows the names a little bit better now, but after 3 days doesn't know them all yet.
Scores of other games as Aguiar gets set to kick off for the Jets. Hardy and Cobb, and this is going to be Robert Hardy returning for Tampa Bay. And the Jets with terrific coverage stops Hardy shy of the 20. And that was Eric McMillan who lost his starting job. 2:08 remaining in the first quarter.
And wins. And huddling on the field, the Jets defense. And if you're thinking at home, these defenses look a lot alike, you're right. They're playing basically the same defense. This guy plays his own defense. That's Dennis Byrd, outstanding young pass rusher. He's one of their hopes in green today.
1st and 10 on the 19. On the delay, Gary Anderson tries to cut inside and picks up 1 yard. Dennis Byrd makes the tackle, and for an update, let's check in with Greg Gumbel in New York. Greg?
Well, Dick, at Cleveland, a pass interference call against the Dallas Cowboys sets up this 1-yard touchdown run by Kevin Mack, who makes it to the corner and then participates in a few post-scoring activities with rookie linebacker Derek Brownlow. It's 7-3 Browns now in the second quarter, Dick.
All right, Greg, you can tell the regular season is underway.
You sure can.
2nd down and 9. Mike Brim is an extra defensive back for the Jets. Testaverde getting a rush. Byrd chases him. And finally, Testaverde skips out of bounds as Joe Kelly was coming after him at about the 25-yard line.
Scott Mercereau was coming on the stun on that play, and they were able to pick it up. He'll come from the center right there, go all the way around on the outside. But watch Testaverde. He'll use his speed and mobility here. Some excellent runs, especially during his second half of the year last year. He said Richard Williamson has told him, if you see the opening, go for it. That time he saw the pressure and went for it.
3rd down and 4. 4 wide receivers out of the shotgun for Vinny Testaverde. Here comes a blitz from the defensive secondary. And the pass is incomplete, intended for Mark Carrier. Covering on the play was Mike Brim.
The fact that the Jets have had trouble getting to the quarterback, just bringing 5, forces them at times to go to 6. That's a risk, but Pete Carroll's defense up to the task there, shut down the second drive.
Mark Royals will kick for the first time today, and Terrence Mathis, who returned to punt 98 yards last year to tie an NFL record, that was against Dallas, is back.
Going to have the ball in Tampa Bay territory.
Sam Anno was the snapper, and that kick went only 22 yards. Will return. Well, not to be outdone by John Madden, we have bunting, but it's windy bunting here at Giant Stadium today because it is opening day.
It is opening day. I heard Terry Bradshaw talking about the fact that even the veterans are excited, and really, this was always an exciting day for me because you'd made the roster, you were undefeated, you got to go home. Now, that's exciting when you could do that. Now, all of these players have to feel a sense of that, and especially on a beautiful day like today. Boy, it was hot yesterday and the day before, but this is a football day today.
Like someone pressed a button, said it's football season, and the temperatures went down into the 60s. First down on the 47 for the Jets in Tampa Bay territory. O'Brien to throw on first down, completes it to Rob Moore. He was wide open, and Moore picks up 15 yards. Ricky Reynolds on the stop. What a pickup he was in the supplemental draft last year.
Well, some people said the Jets didn't have a first-round pick this year. They sure did. They got him with that pick a year ago. He's had a year in the system. He's coming into his own as a great receiver. He is playing with a hamstring problem today. There is concern about how long he'll be able to go.
First down, Jets on the Bucs 32. Thomas doesn't quite get back to the line of scrimmage thanks to Ray Seals, who's starting his first NFL game and one of the few players in the league who never went to college.
He said his friends and family brought a bus that came down from Syracuse. He's as excited. This is his first legitimate start. Played quite a few games, but boy, he's pumped up. Father Tom is a police officer. He said, got a lot of policemen. He said, got some teachers, high school teachers. He said, all my friends in the stands.
And he hopes to hold off Dexter Manley. That's the end of the first quarter here at Giant Stadium with the score. The Jets 7 and the Buccaneers 3.